Hey everybody, this is Throbby, and I'm joined today with Tristan and Bubby, and we are going to do a tier list on the holds of Skyrim. Very exciting.
Woo!
Woo indeed. What we're going to rank them on is kind of just the aura, the vibe, what's in the hold, how much fun it is to be in the hold, how much time we spend in the hold, anything you can think of that kind of encapsulates that specific hold. We'll go through all the holds. I'll throw up some images to kind of show you things that we're talking about, different locations. We also have a little cheat sheet over here to remind us what's all in each hold. So it should be a fun one. Everybody
I'm hyped.
excited?
I love
Very
every
fun.
Skyrim video. I could make any Skyrim video.
It's so
Skyrim
easy.
videos are good.
But between the three of us, there's probably like 10,000 hours of Skyrim. So I think that we just have like so much to talk about with Skyrim. And I said it in a different video, but like wintertime is like prime Skyrim season. Um,
It's true.
Because it's cold?
Perfect and cozy.
yeah, it snows outside. What do you want to do? Curl up by the fire and load up some Skyrim? Exactly.
D-
Yeah, with some hot cocoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I start dual wielding things throughout the house. It's just how I
What
rock.
are these tiers? What are these tiers? I didn't even
Oh,
look at them.
I'm sorry. So our tiers are sucks bad at the bottom,
Yeah.
passing through, I like, sick vibes, and leg of goat. And that's goat as in greatest of all time, but leg of goat as in a cool Skyrim pun. I'm pretty creative. I came up with that
TNT.
really quick. So
Yeah. The food that's in Skyrim because you get to eat the like. I get it.
yeah, we do have
Right.
a tier list video ranking the food in Skyrim. It is actually probably one of my favorite videos that didn't like pop off. So check that out if you're interested. Maybe we'll do another. Maybe it was some kind of algorithm poor thing, but I think it's a
We can do the
banger.
drinks too, or
It's
I
Oh,
such
love
a
it.
good
maybe
video.
we'll make one too. We'll go down to Tristan's house and make a Horker loaf. It'll
Hey,
be
I've got
good.
my neighbor's got some. You can just go steal
Hey,
them right
I'll
from
bring,
him.
I'll bring some charred skeever tail just for you.
Oh, yeah, me too. Actually, I'll bring some mammoth cheese that
Mammoth
I made
cheese.
myself.
Yes.
All right. And let's jump into the tier list. But before we jump in, just a reminder, please subscribe if you like the content. It's a huge help. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. That's our goal. Please subscribe, like, comment, and in the description is our game Winterreach Emporium. That'll be done in January, February timeframe. So go give that a wish list. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's go.
What are we starting with here, Aaron?
First hold that we're going to talk about is Eastmarch Hold. And in Eastmarch Hold, we have the capital, Windhelm, with the Palace of Kings. We have tons of little towns and settlements. Some that you may know are Kynesgrove. There's also Narzelbur, which is one of the orc strongholds. I don't know which one this is specifically, so it's kind of not really drawing anything to mind. There's the Hollyfrost Farm, the Darkwater Crossing. Is Darkwater Crossing the? It's a mining settlement, and I think that you can get an Argonian follower from there. If you guys have ever done that, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I know of it.
There is the mill up the river, which I believe is Mixwater Mill. If you walk up the river, you know I'm talking about when you walk up the river and you go kill you actually go do a Dark Brotherhood quest line. You go kill somebody over by that. There is a couple giants camps, tons of caves. None that I'm really seeing that are jumping out to me. Cragwallow Slope. I don't really know. Lost Knife Hideout sounds familiar. There's one dragon lair. There's
Is
also
one of the shrines here the Shrine of Azura, or is that in?
I don't
That's got
know.
to be in Winterhold, isn't it?
I don't see it on here. I think it's probably in Winterhold. Here we have as well. If you remember, Anselvund is one of the Nordic ruin here. This one seems really familiar. I can't remember which one this is. And then Mazolft, if you know Mazolft, is one of
Oh,
the
no,
Dwarven
Mazalft.
ruins. Yeah, it's one of the Dwarven ruins. Lots of stuff going on here. This, and then the big thing, I almost didn't even mention this. A huge part of what you would consider to be the sea of the Sea of Ghosts is actually kind of here in this hold. And then also, I guess vibes wise, there's all of the hot springs that are south of the city are considered to be part of this hold. So if you were questioning where the hot springs were, that's where the hot springs are.
Yeah. When you think of Eastmarch, you think of Windhelm and that it's cold and wintry, and you really don't think so much about the hot springs, but that's all
Yeah.
part of it. The big swampy,
Yeah.
stinky place where you
I'm
find all
looking at
the
like
ingredients.
I'm looking at pictures on the wiki to make sure like this is what I'm thinking of. I love that hot springs place and I love that word wall because fighting a dragon over there is really fun and
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it
The
is.
whole also I didn't know the hold was so big. I'm like looking at it and it's like
Yeah, Eastmarch is really big.
Yeah.
okay, what's your opinion first?
Well, I'm a like a I would say I didn't realize Mazolft was here, and this is like I can't.
Yeah.
What is in Mazolft? What is the quest line? I
Mazolft
forget.
is,
The
you remember
Oculary where
Mule
you.
the,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. And you know
what?
Mule the Lioness?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like Mule the Lioness's sword is in Mazolft.
Is
I'm fairly
Mazolft in the
certain.
dark? No, sorry. Is Mazolft in the? Is this a part of a
I
quest line with this Oculary where you have to turn it with the lights and you got to get the lights to hit the right thing?
That's exactly right. That is
Okay.
exactly Mazolft.
Um, I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna say so. Just for
So it's
starters, I would say my personal opinion is Windhelm to me is actually one of my favorite cities.
yeah,
And
it
I
is
know
one of the
that's not
coolest cities.
everybody. But I like the house. I like the Stormcloaks. There's a mod. I think it's called Rhoda, which puts a little Stormcloak cabin out by the stables. And I always would play that mod. That's actually like my go-to house mod is that Rhoda house, and it's like a little Stormcloak house out by the stables. Um,
Hmm.
I really like this hold. I think it's really good. I know it's not goaded though. I wouldn't say it's goaded by any means. It's just a really cool hold, and I think that I think walking from Windhelm to Riften is actually one of the cooler like
That's
scenic
exactly what I
walks.
was gonna say. Is I think it's one of the best walks in all of Skyrim.
Mhm. Like
That's
city
like
to
that.
city.
Yeah, city to city, it's one of the best walks in Skyrim because aside, it changes. There's a lot of terrain differential. Like you going to Whiterun, it's like kind of the walk is all the same, but going to Windhelm and going south through all of Eastmarch, like it's very different the whole time. It's probably the most diverse individual area there. And
Yeah,
all bridges and rivers and snow and ice and everything. It changes the hot springs. It's a good walk. I like walking around the swamp.
yeah.
Uh,
I like the
Anything.
fog. I really like the fog. It makes it feel like kind of like creepy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and I think too, something else you could think about this too is not that this is like a super huge high point or low point. It's kind of just this is a pretty neutral point, but you don't really realize whenever you think of giants, you actually kind of think of Whiterun Hold.
hmm
There's a lot of giants camps around those hot springs, like a ton of
There
giant
are.
camps.
Yeah, they hang out here.
Like there's probably the second most giant infested hold, and you probably don't even think about it much when you're playing.
That is probably true. Mammoth too. It's got a lot of animals actually. The whole hot spring is full of
Yeah, and
like every
Spriggans.
kind of animal. You see dragons and giants fighting all the time when you go over here.
Yeah.
Wait, you're right. Oh my God, wait, you're right.
Is there
It's a
anything
good way
that
to fight dragons.
do you guys have anything bad to say about the hold?
Uh, Not really. I like it. It's actually even. I was gonna say this. It also seems like one of the safer walks, minus the one dragon. But that one dragon is kind of like you can avoid him.
Hmm.
You don't have to go out of your way to go fight him, and everything's kind of you choose to fight most things. Maybe not dogs, but I don't know. I like Eastmarch a lot. I don't have anything bad to say about Eastmarch.
I mean, the scenery's great. If I had to say something bad, I'd say like, um,
There's not any really small towns, maybe just Darkwater
yeah,
Crossing. That would be a
That's true.
negative.
That's
Because
true. There's
some
not
of the
many
other
villages.
holds have town. Obviously, there's Iverstead and Dragon's
And Rorik.
Bridge and Rorikstead and Riverwood. There's not any small towns here. I think when I looked, it was only Darkwater Crossing, right? Is the only
Yeah.
actual town. If you would even, it's not even a town. It's like a mine town.
Hmm.
Um,
I
there's
don't even know if there's a sawmill
no,
anywhere
there's
in.
it's saying Kynes Grove is technically a settlement. And that probably is true, but this is a small one, if you'd even consider it one, I suppose. And then I don't really
Uh,
know if much is happening in Kynesgrove. And then the other one is Narzlbur, which is one of the orc strongholds.
I can't even remember the time. I don't remember ever seeing Narzlbur. I'm gonna be real.
Um,
I don't remember
okay, no, I
Narzlbur at
do
all.
actually. This is the Ebony one, so it's actually I've been here a lot. There's the Ebony mine here,
Mm.
I believe. I'm reading it right now. Is this the Ebony one, or it's? I'm kind of getting two
I'm not
different
seeing it.
things here.
I think you're
Which
thinking of a different one.
Oh no, contains 16 ebony ore veins at Narzlbur.
lot of it anymore.
Yeah, I've been here and mined this whole thing out one time. So, um, but
That's
granted,
pretty good on its own, though.
it is. It is. I think this hold really has everything. I think maybe this one the statue of Boethia is here, by the way, as well.
Oh, that's right. There, that's what I was thinking. It's one of I knew one of the Daedras like we're in this area here.
And then I guess another thing to note is there's only one standing stone, and that would be the Atronach stone.
Mm.
Mhm.
Not really the strongest stone. Normally, if you want to do
Not one that I
magic,
use. Not one that I
yeah,
use, certainly.
yeah. But I gotta say, there's a feature we're not really talking about.
Hmm.
The true son of Skyrim, Jarl Ulfric, he lives here. This is where he's based his capital out of. So that gives it points in my book.
It gives it points in my book too. My
Gives some
my
aura.
my concern is when I'm talking about this hold. I think I really like it. I'm just thinking about the other holds and how much I also like them. But also, I like this one a lot. And when I kind of look ahead here, I only see a few better than it. So I think it would probably be in the I like to sick vibes range. What are you guys thinking?
I think
Sick
sick
vibes.
vibes for sure.
Sick
For sure.
vibes?
It's got sick vibes. Yeah.
It does
I'm
have
always
sick
vibing
vibes.
when I'm walking by.
Okay, fair enough. And like I said, I put a lot of value in walking the roads. Like in this
Yeah,
list, I think walking the roads there's huge value in. And like I said, I think walking from Windhelm to Riften is my favorite walk, like to make.
it
For
is such a
sure.
nice walk.
For sure, it's my favorite walk. Between city to city walk. I guess I should preface
Hmm.
that. All right, guys. We talked a lot about Eastmarch, and I think we found a pretty good spot for it, so that was good. And up next, we have Falkreath Hold, and I'm going to run through some things for Falkreath Hold for you. We have the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. We have the Half Moon Mill, which, if you remember, it's a mill. It has a vampire lives there.
Yep.
We have Helgen. There's Pine Watch. Um, There's the Lakeview Manor, which is one of the houses that you can build. My favorite one, by
Yeah,
the
it's
way.
probably the main one. I think it's kind of like the flagship house.
I agree. There is Knife Point Ridge. It's a little small bandit camp. Um, let's see.
It,
Bloated
it's
Man's.
got the nicest lake. It's got the nicest lake in all of
Yes,
Skyrim.
yes, it does. Lake El Nada, I believe it's called.
Hmm.
There's Haymar's Shame, which is where you go do the quest line for Barbas. Um, it has Ancient's Ascent. This is a dragon lair, so there's one dragon lair here. You have Bile Gulch Mine. Is Bile Gulch Mine that first mine that you go
It's
into, or is that
probably the
Ember
one that you.
Shard, or is that Ember Shard? I think it's
It's Ember
Ember
Shard.
Shard actually. Okay, so it has Ember
Mm,
Shard Mine. Bleak Falls Barrow is technically here. Actually,
yeah,
I didn't actually think it was, but fair
yeah. I
enough.
thought that would have been in north.
It has North and South Shriekwind Bastion, which both sounds really familiar. I can't place them off the top of my head. It has the Twilight Sepulchre from the Thieves Guild questline. There is Cracked Tusk Keep. Sounds very familiar. There's Ilinada's Deep. I don't know if you remember that. There's a fort that's kind of in the lake. We have all three of the Guardian Stones and the Lady Stone. Orphan's Rock is here. I don't remember what Orphan's Rock was specifically. Hags and witches live here. What is that? It's so familiar. I can't remember what it is.
Let me look up Orphan's Rock here.
I'm looking at it.
Uh,
It's looking sick.
oh, I think
It's
Orphan's Rock
from
is where you find. It's where you find all the hag ravens. I think it's
is
one of the hag raven. Yeah, the
is that the
witches
one
and
that
hag
you
ravens.
kill them and get their heads to not be a
Yeah,
werewolf? Is that's what it's
yeah, I think
from?
that's right.
Okay, if that's not what it is, sorry guys, if you're mad at us. Um, yeah, I mean, there's lots of cool stuff here. I mean, the Dark Brotherhood being here is pretty big, right? Uh,
Oh,
uh,
you.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is what
looking
it
at all
is.
of it. I'm
You
just
go to Orphan
everything.
Rock to collect the dagger
Glamorrow
that cuts
Witch.
through the roots.
Oh, true. And then
Nettlebane.
it also says that in Blood's honor, you claim the heads of Glamorrow witches somewhere here in
Ah,
the hold, not there specifically, just
gotcha.
somewhere here in the hold.
Yeah.
Um, there's lots of cool stuff here. Evergreen Grove sounds familiar, and Ancestral Glade both sound familiar. Um, Helgen, what I'm surprised, and I guess it makes sense. I guess Riverwood is not technically in Falkreath, which I kind of thought it was.
I would have thought so. It's crazy if it's not. Um,
Um, Let me see here.
I
No,
guess it isn't. It looks like it's part of Whiterun, is what these
It's
maps are showing
it's
me.
it's
according to
kind of
the
just packed full of everything.
yeah, according to the Skyrim wiki, so don't argue with me. We're going off the Skyrim wiki here. According to the Skyrim wiki, Riverwood is in Whiterun Hold, so not Falkreath Hold. So
Wow, that's a big minus there.
it is a big minus because it was going to be a huge plus in my head until I
Yeah,
realized that it wasn't here technically. I guess it
yeah,
makes sense because you do go to Jarl Balgriff to protect
yeah.
Riverwood, so I guess it would
Hmm.
make way more sense.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So what are your guys' thoughts? I know who's super high on it, and I don't know what Bubby's opinion
I
is. So
I think I like what I like about Falkreath Hold is, aside from the fact that it's got the best lake, it's the most like you could probably be the most self-sufficient in Falkreath, like temperature wise and like for food. I think you could find everything you'd need to live in Falkreath, but without Riverwood, it's a little bit harder to put higher up on the list, in my opinion, honestly. But there's not even a there's just there's just the one town in Falkreath if Riverwood's not there since Helgen's been destroyed. So
unless you
there's
play the rebuilding Helgen, um,
that's
you know, mod
yes,
that
the
is.
mod, yeah.
Granted, we don't want to put too much, uh, stock in a mod, but nowadays if you're playing the game, you're going to play with mods. So,
You better be playing with mods.
um,
I like Falkreath a lot, but I don't think there's two other places that I know I like more than Falkreath, and that's the problem with it is without Riverwood, I think with Riverwood I could actually justify it being like probably my maybe number two or number three, but without it, it's a nice lake. It's got nature, but it also has a bunch of Spriggans and everything wants to attack you there. Tons of wildlife that wants to hurt you. Dogs, spiders, everything else. Bandits on the road. Bandits in the caves. Vampires.
I like that though.
yeah, you do have a lot to do. Like I think
Uh,
when you
It,
come out of Helgen, if you take the walk to Falkreath, and I know everybody walks to Riverwood, but if you actually walk to Falkreath, it's actually a pretty cool walk, and you go by Pine Watch and all that stuff. It's kind of a cool walk. What is your opinion on the whole Bubby?
okay, so if we're talking like vibes and like aura, it's I wouldn't say it's like the last one. It doesn't like jump out at me, but it's packed full of just it's packed full of great stuff. I love um the vampire one. I forgot what it's called already. You don't talk
Hey,
about this.
Shame.
Yes, that place is cool.
that is a cool
Um
sport.
there's just so many okay, like Hunter's Rest. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know that was in there. That's a little cool site to run across.
Mhm.
It's just like there's just so much to do. I didn't even think Bleak Falls Barrow was in it, and
I
that's
didn't.
like
I didn't think Bleak Falls Barrow was in it.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just the classic, the goat.
Yeah.
Bleak Fall Barrow is
Um,
probably it's the first really important quest you do in the game, probably.
Yeah. What sounds
yeah,
like it sounds like actually Helgen, Ember Shard Mine, and Bleak Falls Barrow, and they're kind of like the first three places that you really do anything other than other than Riverwood, right? Because
Hmm.
everybody kind of does the Ember Shard quest, like not quest, but Ember Shard mine, like clears that out. Is like the first thing normally everybody does.
Yeah.
I would put it in I like it.
Yeah,
Or I like
I think this is the toughest one to rate for me. And here's why. I think it's one of the prettiest areas. And actually my favorite house really is the Hearthfire house here. It's actually my favorite house.
It's exactly where I'd want my house to be.
It is. But
It's
then
overlooking the lake too, you
it
know.
is. I think the lake is really cool looking. I think my downsides are funny as it is. I really like the snowy area of Skyrim. I think this is like a
Yeah.
pretty pine area. But there's not really any snowy areas. And then I would say I think I actually think Falkreath as a city, because I know we've rated cities before. I think Falkreath as a city is like low key, like the second worst actual city. Like if you're stuck inside the
Yeah.
city, it's very bad.
I wasn't even
It's
thinking
not a
about the
great
city
city.
Yeah,
itself. I was thinking because we already did the cities. I was thinking of
we
everything outside
we
of the
did.
city.
I'm just thinking of like how do I rationalize where I'm
Mm.
going to rate it. So I'm thinking of everything included. Like I really like the house because when we rated the cities, we didn't include the house, right? Because it's not in the city. But now I can include the house, but I also included that the city is pretty bad. and Helgen's destroyed. If Riverwood was here, this would be a really good one. I think it's. I actually. Oh, but the Dark Brotherhood is here. I was gonna say air passing through, but the Dark
No way, it's
Brotherhood
that
is
low.
here. You literally pass through, though. I mean, that's how I feel when I play this game.
But
I
you pass through and then you come back to build your house.
true. Okay, yeah, I do
Oh,
build. Okay, I think build my house here. Yeah, you might. That might lock it in. In at least I
I,
like.
I think I like is where it should
Okay,
go.
that's fair. I think that's fair because the amount of time I've spent is probably if you rated if you gave me a list of like all of the time that I've ever spent in each hold, this is probably actually pretty high. So that's fair enough.
Good place.
Okay, next up we have Haafingar, whose hold capital is obviously Solitude. We have Dragon Bridge is here. The Thalmor Embassy is here. The Solitude Sawmill is here, and the let's see, what else do we have here? Dragon Bridge Overlook is a Forsworn camp here over by Dragon Bridge. Pine Moon Cave is this where Wolf's or is it Wolf Skull Cave? Where's the one where the people are trying to reincarnate the old evil person? Is it
The
Wolf
quest
Skull?
from
Yeah,
The
that's
Blue
Wolf Skull.
Palace. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
you
Wolf
get it from
Skull.
the guy in the blue. Okay, Wolf Skull Cave then. Um, there is a medium-sized Nordic ruin here. Castle Valakir is actually technically here. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I guess that's true.
The statue of Meridia, everybody knows. A new hand has touched the beacon.
Yeah.
The Steed Stone is here. What else? Icewater Jetty. I don't know if you guys have ever come over here, but it's just a little dock. I think a thing that you don't think about on this part is when you go like north of the city onto that coastline. Like that's kind of like the place that nobody ever goes, and there's actually kind of a good amount of stuff over there. I should say that I don't really
I
go over
never there
there.
really.
Other things to consider. Granted, you don't go here a lot, but is the boat that the Emperor's on when you have to go kill him, and then the Solitude Lighthouse. If you remember, you go cut off the lighthouse, and
Yeah, that Argonian tricks you and then tries to take
yeah.
your life.
So there's a lot of stuff here. What are your guys' initial thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the elephant out of the way. Is it by far has the most developed and industrialized city. It has the most up to like the newest, biggest, fanciest, probably the most populated city in all of Skyrim is here. Um, and that is, I think, the biggest thing that it has, the biggest boon. I like the city in that the city is probably where you get all your luxury goods. But I don't know. I've never really liked the city so much myself. As cool as it is that it's on like this giant rock overarching, like it's like super far high up.
Mhm.
You really don't get many like from within the city. You don't get a ton of views overlooking Skyrim from there. I don't think. At least not walking through the city.
Yeah, I don't think you do. Not thinking about it, I don't think you do.
And that's a little, I think, a waste a little bit.
Yeah.
But
What, yeah. What are you thinking, Bub?
Yo, I just checked out the wiki. The castle,
Yeah.
Volkahar. I didn't know that was like, the Dawnguard one. That's so sick.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um, I want to say and passing through, because I don't think I spent too much time in this. Like, yeah, Dragon's Bridge is cool. Yeah, this might just be passing through for me. Like,
Yeah.
I think the only place that I ever regularly go to is the Vampire Castle, but it's like, that's not enough to bump it up to I like.
my favorite thing to do in Solitude is to sack the city and then take Serana and get her out of Volcar Castle. So
You know,
the best
yeah.
thing about Solitude's leaving. That's my point.
Well, I almost actually flip here, and I would say from Falkreath, where Falkreath kind of has the worst city and a nice hold. I think this
Yeah,
is the worst hold with a
with a
nice
nice city.
with a nice city. Because Solitude is really cool. Dragon's Bridge is, it's not a village that I actually like. There's not really a whole lot that you actually do there. I think the surrounding areas, There's the diplomatic immunity quest that you do is here because the Thalmor embassy's here, which that's a
Yeah.
cool little quest.
That
You murder the emperor here, which is cool. Um, and then like I said, that whole northern coast, aside from Castle Valakir, which is a DLC that they added later, but aside from that whole northern coast is almost completely like you never go there for any reason, almost ever. The only one I can think is that the Greymanes tell you that you need to go rescue their son or whatever, and he's up there. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do remember that.
But
I
that
don't.
whole area around Solitude, you don't even do anything over there. I mean, there's the Meridia's
Mhm.
Beacon area that you go up and do. You go up and
Yeah.
do Meridia's Beacon. Every time you walk up there,
Notoriously.
every time you walk up to that area, you think to yourself, "When have I ever come up here?" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. All right.
um,
If I didn't pick up the beacon, would I have come over this way? And the answer is probably not.
yeah, I would say
Uh,
passing through. I think it's one of the. I think it's very weak.
yeah.
Solitude wasn't here; it'd be the worst. Like hands
Yeah.
down, it would be the worst.
That's true. Totally true.
All right, everybody like that? You like that, Bub?
Yeah. That's where I want it.
Yeah.
Up next we have Hjaalmarch. Hjaalmarch, the capital is Morthal. Here you can build the Winstead Manor. There's the abandoned shack that you, after you go do the Ventus Argentino murder, you wake up in that abandoned shack, and that's where you do the Dark Brotherhood questline. What else do we have here?
The vampire cures you
He
or the guy cures you of vampirism here.
he does Morvath Lair. Morvath's Lair is where they where you go like clear out all those vampires that were like doing stuff in the city.
Mhm.
There's two dragon layers here. Rock Wallow Mine is just a little iron mine. Let's see. The Labyrinthian is here.
Yeah, that
Um,
is true.
Oh, okay.
Also, here is Ustengrave, which sounds very familiar.
I think it's one of the burial sites. Is it one of the burial sites for dragons?
Bandits have
Right.
occupied the
it is.
ruins. I'm trying to remember when you go here. I can't remember. Then there's Mizenschleft is a dwarven ruin. I don't really remember which one this is. Fort Snowhawk, obviously you have to clear out. Mirewatch is what is this? What is Mirewatch? Mage player home? Is this Creation Club? I think it's Creation Club. The Apprentice Stone and the Lord Stone.
Good
the-
stones. At least the apprentice stones is good.
yeah. Here quest lines you do is Horn of Jorgen Windcaller. Oh, that's the Ustengrave one. Is the Horn
Yeah,
of Jorgen
that's exactly
Windcaller?
right.
Let's see. Pieces of the past. Retrieve scattered pieces of Mayron's razor. Apparently, you do something for that here. I can't remember specifically
I
which one
think
you.
is this where the museum is? Wait, no, it's in Dawnstar, isn't it?
Yeah, the museum's in Dawnstar. You find one of the pieces of it here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anything else? Chef here. Kill Mario. I don't know what this quest is. Yeah. I mean, not a lot
We're
here.
talking about how nice it is to walk through a lot of these places. This is not one of the nice places.
Oh,
to walk through.
this is definitely the ugliest one.
No.
Yeah, it's terrible to walk through. There's very little road. Like there's one road that goes around the outskirts of this area. You don't actually get to walk through most of the swamp with any sort of road or organization or anything. It's messy, it's ugly, it's muddy, and the whole time you're having to look up over it at Solitude. Um, yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm looking at what's on the list, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then this
Yeah.
might be the worst for me.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty
this
bad.
is the worst. Labyrinthian is the cool thing here, and
That's the only
it.
cool thing.
That's
yeah,
it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Is it sucks bad?
I think this one. If there's a sucks bad, I think it's got to be this one.
I think it's this one sucks bad for sure.
This town is also pretty much as defenseless as the Falkreath town too. It's not like it's got a cool town really.
It doesn't even look cool.
It's got haunted. The town's haunted, so it's got to be bad.
Yeah, I think it's bad. All right, well, on to the next one. Is we have the Pale. Obviously, here is Dawnstar, the new Dawnstar Sanctuary. The Hall of the Vigilant is here. Hjaalmarch Hall, which is one of the buildable houses. You have the Nightgate Inn, which I think is this the one that has the. Or is that Old Heraldin? Which is the one that has the ghost? Is that Old Heraldin? Maybe not this one. And
I'm gonna look at Night Gate.
yeah,
It's not this one.
Anyway, there's also some giant camps here. Dim Hollow Crypt is here. This is where you find Serana, is Dim Hollow Crypt. Sheer Point, which is one of the dragon layers. This one's actually pretty. I think I've done this one a lot, actually. I think this is one that you run into a lot. You have Urgelthand, which is a dwarven ruin, and I've definitely done that. I just can't remember what specifically you do there. Corvinyund, which is where you do the what's the crown? What's the crown that you go?
Crown.
Jagged Crown.
Yeah,
Jagged crown. The jagged crown. Yep. There's the Tower of Mazark is here, which is going into Blackreach. The Shrine of
Nightmare
Mehrunes.
Tower.
Yep, that's Nightcaller Temple. Yep. The Shrine of Mehrunes Dagon is also here. And the Wreck of the Brine Hammer. I don't really remember what that is, but there's a lot of stuff here. Elder Knowledge. You do the Elder Scroll quest here. Where?
Oh, on the ice.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
One of them you have to go out on the ice to go find and talk to the dude before underneath. Who's the what's this called? The scribe that's under the ice. I can't remember. Is that I don't know if that's part of Dawnstar. I think that would be part of Winterhold, but
Yeah.
I'd be wrong.
Yeah. You do the quest where you. Oh, I think this is. I think that this is Urgothand. Is where you actually go stop. Remember when you go kill Mercer Frey and he's like getting the eye out of the Falmer? I think that's where it is. There's a lot of stuff here actually. The White Phial. If you remember the White Phial, there's the Alchemist in Windhelm, and you gotta go get it. You go get that from here actually as well. There's actually a lot here. There's a shocking amount here.
Surprising amount.
And I will say, sorry to cut you off, but I will say my favorite house is the house in Falkreath. My second favorite of the Hearthfire houses is the one in the Pale. Not that is like, over the top.
It is the snowy place.
Yeah.
It is the snowy place. I like the city of Dawnstar more than most people, I think. I think it's kind of like a cozy little fishing village.
Yeah, I agree.
And the worst part of it is that there is that Nightmare Tower. But I mean, in this instance, it's kind of a cool thing to have. Kind of, at least it's cool that it's there. It's an event, it's something to go do. It's one of them. I like the dungeon. I like to do that dungeon actually.
Yeah, I do too. That's what I was going to say. Like living here, you would say it's a negative, but as like the
Yeah.
hold and playing the game, like it's definitely positive to have like all of the quests that are here.
And it is. It's also it's a nice walk. Not the most diverse or pretty walk, but I think the Dawnstar walk is like I think it's the better between it and Winterhold's walks. I think. I could be wrong on that. Maybe other people don't agree with me on that. But I kind of like Dawnstar's.
I would probably agree.
It's just when I think of it's a bunch of quests that are here. It's not like places that you see or cool things that are happening so much as just quests.
Well, there's lots of ruins and like
Do you like the quests?
Most of the time, yeah. I think the quests in Dawnstar are pretty good. Actually.
There's lots of ruins here. I mean, it's low key. It's funny because Blackreach is here, but it's almost a downside because Blackreach kind of sucks to like go through.
Yeah. Like it almost doubles the size of the area to begin with. Honestly.
Yeah. I think it's. What are you thinking, bub?
I'm thinking Ed just passing through.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he said that there's like a lot of quests and he likes the quests, but like the area is kind of just meh. It's just
but all of the ruins and stuff are part of the hold. Like every ruin that you go into is part of the hold.
Yeah. Blackreach is kind of cool, like area wise. The actual cities like, or not city, the actual like town.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the sanctuary too. I don't know. It's just not like not my favorite.
I mean, I think it
Just
could. I
kind of
mean, how much better or worse is it than Solitude Hold, like than Haafingar?
Definitely better than Haafingar. I refuse to let it be below Haafingar.
I would be happy
Uh,
with it here. I think.
that's fair. When you put it like that, that's fair.
Yeah,
I
because
think,
this show only has Solitude going for it. I think there's actually a lot going for this one.
yeah, I think
Does it
that's
jump up
fine.
one for you guys?
Well, when I'm
Um,
looking at what's left, maybe
nah,
not. But at
no,
best, it could be here. But maybe here's fine.
yeah, I think this is exactly where it should go, honestly.
All right, guys. Up next, we have the Reach. Here we have Markarth. Dushkanik Jarl is one of the orc strongholds. Let's see. There's Henderheim, which this is a creation club place you can do. Karthwasten is one of the mining villages. There's also Mor Kazor, or Kors Gazor. I don't know how to say this, but there's an orc stronghold. Old Heraldin is here. We were just talking about it. Tons of camps that are like Forsworn camps, like Karthspire, and
All over the place.
yeah, lots of any of these kind of stick out to me. Reachwater Rock, uh, Red
No,
Eagle's
Red
place.
Eagles, that's a good quest line.
Kolskager Mine is here. It's a gold mine. Sidna Mine is here. Obviously, is the
Mhm.
prison. Arganthams. You know, it's so tough to remember what is in these dwarven ruins based on their name.
Oh, I'm
Um,
looking at the pictures to get like a refresher.
yeah, Dustman's Cairn is the Silverhand place that you go into. I think when um, Farkas turns into a werewolf and saves you. Hag's Rock and Hag's End, I think, are both maybe part of the same thing. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. Ragnvald is here. This is one of the. I think this is when you do. Is Ragnvald where you go into like the afterlife? I'm losing the name of the afterlife in my head right now.
Solcairn?
No, no, no. The Nord one where you go kill Alduin.
Oh,
Part of the quest line, like the final quest line where you have to go into Sovngarde, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Haafingar.
maybe it is.
You know,
I don't know.
thinking about it, I don't know because you can't get there normally. You have to actually ride a dragon there. I don't actually remember where you
No,
go.
no, 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 no. You don't ride a dragon there. You go through like a portal.
Yeah, you have to ride a dragon to get to the portal because you can't get to the
Oh,
portal
facts,
any way
facts, facts,
else.
facts. Yeah, you're talking. Okay, facts. You're right. I forgot you rode Odahvinger or whatever.
Yeah, I know what I'm about.
Facts. Here's the Shrine of Periite also in the Loverstone. Um, Bard's
All right.
Leap. If you remember Bard's Leap, I think you get to jump off a tall thing into the water.
Mm.
Skyhaven Temple is where the Blades place is here technically. Lots of stuff going on here.
Yeah. It's also by far the most dangerous roads in
Oh
all
yeah,
of Skyrim.
for sure.
Not only it's not like you're going through like between Whiterun and Eastmarch where you're just running into like bandits on the road that are tolling you. Like these are actual Forsworn and they actually will wallop you. Uh, like they're actually and there are a lot of them all over the place. You almost never catch a break running through here. There's always going to be red blips on your compass in this area. Uh, if it weren't such a violent walk the whole way through, it'd actually be a cool walk because I like its terrain. I like the deep rivers, and the jagged cliffs all over the place. I think it's cool geography. Uh, and I'm a real big fan of the Dwarven City. For
Markarth,
one
yeah.
reason or another. Yeah, it's just kind of a violently upsetting place to go to.
What do you think
I
of?
think I mean, none of these locations really like jump out at me. The city's cool looking, and I do kind of like the city, but none of like the locations really jump out at me. I can't really remember like the walk around, but
Yeah,
I really
normally
like
what?
Fort Sungard. That's like one of my favorite forts.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? It's like really high up.
Yeah, it's one. Well, it's like on. It's surround. Are you the one that's surrounded by like the river here? Um,
Um,
Hold on. Let me look it up.
No, this the one. I don't think this one has the river. Look up Fort Sun Guard. It's pretty cool. I remember it just because like I just like how high up it was. And I look at the picture, I'm like, ah. But I don't think quests.
Oh, that is a cool fort.
There's a battle for it with the Stormcloaks or Imperial. But I mean, I'm not
This
feeling too strongly about
I was
this
gonna
one,
say this
guys.
might be an unpopular opinion. I really hate the Rift. Like when I'm playing, like I hate or not the Rift. Sorry, I hate the Reach. I think there's redeeming qualities, and I think there's a lot going on. But
Hmm.
like, I would say I would put it like right here at best.
Yeah, I think I could honestly say passing through for this one. I think the coolest part of it is the part that's closest to like the border between it and Whiterun's lands. Like that's where I like where it's a cool place to see where you're like really far high up and you get to look down at it all.
Hmm.
And it almost belongs to Whiterun to begin with. Um, it's hard to really say this is like a super awesome place to go.
Yeah,
Where does
like
it go in that passing through? Behind
Um,
Dawnstar at least,
well,
right?
maybe it goes here and Dawnstar goes here.
I'm cool with that.
I think that's fine. Yeah,
Jeez, I think people aren't gonna like that, but we're gonna rock it.
yeah.
No, that can't be that hot of a take.
I don't know.
We're
I
tripping.
think some
I think
people
they're
really like Markarth. I think that's
yeah.
what
Well,
you have to factor in. Some people probably
they're a
really,
bunch
really
of
like Markarth.
Forsworns.
That's the only cool part.
It is. It is. That's why I'm comfortable to put it down that low. All right, up next, the
A
Rift,
banger.
which we have
Like,
Rift in. We have the Thieves Guild. We have Blackbriar Lodge. We have the Golden Glow Estate out in the middle of the lake. We have Iberstead, Largashbur, which I'm pretty sure is that's the one with the Daedric quest. That's like the cursed orc stronghold. Here we
yeah,
have Shorestone. We have
Fort
last
Dawnguard.
yeah, Fort Dawnguard's here too.
That's the
What?
best one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best. It's
yeah,
the best fort in the game.
Wait, I totally forgot that's what it's called.
yeah, we have the Nightingale Hall. We have Redwater Den, which is where all of that red skooma is. I forget what it's called. The red skooma's
Hmm.
here though.
What?
Um,
No way.
we have three Dragon's Lairs.
Whoa,
Lost
that's a
Prospect
lot.
Mine. If you remember Lost Prospect Mine, it's the one where if you read the journals, like the two people who were mining were like, "Oh, there's nothing here." But it's if you go behind the waterfall, there's like a whole bunch of gold and
Mm.
silver and stuff. Um,
Ah,
Argenvund, which sounds very familiar. Arkwind Point. We have.
Yo, it's got an orc stronghold.
Did I not? Did you miss me saying talking about that?
I definitely did. I'm just trying to keep
The
up.
Orc Stronghold is the one where that has the Daedric quest in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this specific one.
this is sick. This whole
You have
bangers.
you have the Shadowstone. You have Fort Greenwall, which is the one that I'm pretty sure is occupied by bandits. Um, Anything else crazy? Treva's Watch, which is another one occupied by bandits, I think. Lots of cool stuff here, guys.
it is. I think, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, I think it is the prettiest, the prettiest of all of the like nature wise. I think it's the prettiest place.
I agree.
I can
And
co-sign that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got a bit of everything, right?
yeah,
Honestly,
it's bright. It's the bright place too. So, I mean,
I think it
colors anyway.
has. I think it's. I think it's the prettiest hold. I think it has one of my favorite cities. I think it has in the Thieves Guild, like the headquarters to probably one of the coolest quest lines. It
With the
also
best
has
rewards.
the headquarters for the Dawn Guard, which is also one of the cooler quest lines. I think that this is good.
I totally belongs in goat.
Yeah,
Totally
Did you
belongs in
even
Lego goat.
mention the dwarven ruins?
there's only one here, I think.
Oh, I see. Ethereum Forge,
Oh, the
Avalink
Ethereum Forge is cool.
Chisel, or whatever. Ruins of Bathlift or whatever. I don't remember this one.
Oh, I don't see that
Yeah,
on
That's a tiny,
on my
tiny one.
list here.
Oh, I'm on the
it
wiki.
you might be they might have like conflicting list between it and the Eastmarch because they're like kind of
Oh,
close together. They both share the same mountain line there or ridge line there. But
Yeah, I just have the Evan Setchel or whatever. I don't have what the B one
yeah,
that you just said.
either way, this place is a banger. This has got to be good, right?
Yeah, I think it's
yeah,
goaded.
it's definitely good. It's there's not even a whole ton a lot you need to say about it. It's
True,
just it's really nice.
true. All
A
right,
sick walk.
and that takes us to Whiterun, which we love Whiterun.
Everybody loves White Run.
Love Whiterun.
And I think a lot of people would say this is really high on the list as well, because in Whiterun we have Riverwood, Rorikstead, obviously Whiterun. We have the Hunting Brew Meadery. We have High Hrothgar is technically in Whiterun. We have the Sleeping Tree Camp, which is where you have that tree that you got to go get the tree sap from. If you guys don't remember that,
Yeah,
we
there's a
have.
the lunar forge like where you can make a
Oh, yeah, there
special
is.
enchantment just
Yep,
there.
Silent Moon's Camp. I'm pretty sure it's that
Yeah.
one, right?
My God, wait,
hmm
no
Uh,
way.
let's see what else we have. Felglow Keep. That's the broken one, the broken fort. Obviously, the Western Watchtower. I can't forget that. Throat of the World. Obviously, kind of part of what we've already talked about there. This one is. It's tough to. It's going to be tough because most, in my opinion, other than the points of interest, this is actually not a super strong hold. It's just really big.
Hmm.
What I like about it is the whole time you are in this hold, you can see everything around you. There, like all of every viewpoint in Whiterun or within this hold is a good one. You can always see where you need to go, where you're headed. You don't even need roads here to clearly be able to decide where you need to go.
Casual
Uh,
plains enjoyer.
I am a plains enjoyer, and and it's a good place to be.
I'll say I think, yeah, I kind of agree. My thought. I'll let you guys kind of tell me what you guys think it is. My thought is the points of interest are really cool. In between them is not the best.
Let me do one more quick look through.
You know, in Lord of the Rings, they're having their like their little montage of them going across the place, like walking through all this stuff. That's how I feel every time I walk through all of the Whiterun Hold, whether it be east to west or whatever. I don't. It's just one of my favorite things. Um, I'm a big fan of it. It's you get when you're in the other holds, especially like the foresty ones, like you're kind of like your vision's kind of constricted, so you can't see a lot of the times. Not every view is a good one, but in Whiterun it all is.
So what are you guys thinking?
It's
I
definitely
don't.
like a goat. It's one of the
It's
best
definitely
ever.
like a goat, but I think it's in second place. What do you think, Tristan?
I think it's got the best city. I think I like Whiterun the most. If it's gonna go under Riften, the whole that whole hold. It's only because Nazim is there. That's the Nazim is the only negative in this whole hold, in my opinion.
This might be shocking. I low key like Riften more than Whiterun. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
With
Well,
that being
Whiterun's my
said,
home.
yeah, but I've been Riften a lot too. To be fair, I'm actually in Windhelm a lot too. Like those are my top three cities that I stay in. But I will say Riverwood is the best town, hands down, bar none.
that is true.
And it also has Rorikstead, which is not a great town, but it is a nicer town as well.
It's a decent town, which
It's a
most holds
decent
don't even
town.
have that.
So where would you put it?
It's so tough because to me, this one and Riften are so close. I would, I, I'm assuming Tristan's saying it's the best.
The only reason I'm going to be I'm really willing to put Riften over Whiterun is because of the Dawn Guard hold. Like the fact that that whole quest line is actually there. Everything that's important is there.
And it's
Um,
actually you saying that is making me think that that Riften's better also because the Thieves Guild. I think that the Companions is kind of one of
that is true.
is one of the least compelling storylines to me is the Companions.
Yeah.
Um, Jarl Bolgraf's pretty cool though.
Your Balgruuf is it's the best. He's the coolest of all the guys. There's a reason he's called Your Balgruuf the Greater.
Yeah.
But he's
I'm
that's
actually thinking that I would say I would. I mean, it probably should go here, Loki. Because I mean,
oh I don't
if this is goat,
Oh,
Goat is the greatest, so there's only can really be one goat, right?
There can be two S tiers, man. I'd say it's okay for one to be
All right,
tripped up.
fair
But
enough.
I
They
want it
really
that
are
way.
neck and neck.
Because it is a tier above. Fair enough. They are neck and
Yeah.
neck. I would say it probably goes here. I think the Thieves Guild is just the best quest line. I think the Dawn Guard is really cool.
Yeah,
I'd say it's here.
I think it's reasonable. Right there is where it should be.
All right, and up next, guys, we have Winterhold. In Winterhold, there is Winterhold, the College of Winterhold, and some other stuff. I'm joking. All right, cool. There's Sarthal. Everybody knows Sarthal. Ysgramor's tomb is here. The Serpent Stone and the Shrine of Azura are here. The Tower Stone is here. There's the Frostflow Lighthouse. This is the one that's kind of like got like the freaking Falmer and stuff crawling up through it. If you remember that, I actually did a video on it. The Great Lift of Alfhand. If you remember, Alfhand is one of the Dwarven ruins. I think it's how you get out of Blackreach. You get into Blackreach and out of Blackreach from two different places. There's lots of different wrecks here, and then also you'd say like most of like the places that you would consider like the Sea of Ghosts, like the points of interest
Yeah.
are actually here.
Yeah.
And then you also have the Chill, which is the jail that's out in the snow, out in the ice.
Mm-hmm. I think that Winterhold actually, like the quests that are in Winterhold are actually generally pretty good quests. I think that's the strongest thing that it's got. But
It takes
that's
you through
it.
the labyrinth. That's the coolest quest. What do you mean? It takes you out of town. That's its
Yes,
coolest quest.
leaving the town, leaving Winterhold is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the coolest quest. Is take you to a different hold.
Yeah.
I think that the college. I think the college is really cool, and here we would actually consider the college like as a huge part of it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a cool. Is the college itself cooler than the entirety of the town of the city of Solitude on its own?
I'd say no.
I'd probably say no.
I like the
Right.
city and the college equally.
I think it's much better than Morthal though.
Hmm.
It's not sucks bad. I mean, it's heads above. It's heads
It's
above
not.
Morthal.
Yeah, it is above. It is way
Definitely.
above Marthal. Because I will go to Winterhold
Yeah.
for fun because there are quests there, but I don't do that for Morthal. Um, and it's just not it's not really super pretty. And there's not even a city. It's really
Yeah.
all of the other holds actually have a city. This one does not.
City or town. It doesn't really have either,
Or a
does it?
town. It's got two guys that live in a shed, and one of them calls himself a Jarl.
I think this is a good spot for it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's
For
hard to
sure, for
argue
sure.
otherwise.
All right, guys. Well, this is our list. I actually really like it. I'm actually I actually feel really good about where everything is. That I would defend it. I would defend it to the death at this point.
Yep.
All right.
A reasonable list for reasonable men.
Huge. Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know where you guys would put everything. I think there's gonna be a lot of discussion, and let me know why. Don't just tell me why. Just don't just tell me, oh, I would have put this S tier. Tell me why. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it, and that's the video.
Bye, guys.
Peace, peace, peace.